Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your February reading. If you're new here, I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer and a women's coach, a spiritual mentor. And today I'm going to be giving you a reading for the month of February ahead. But before we get into that, I'm just going to do a little energy cleansing using some agua de Florida that I have in this little spray bottle because it's so much easier if it actually sprays. Come on, there we go. I want you to know that you don't actually have to be present with the agua de Florida because it is actually the spirit of the citrus plant that is doing the cleansing of our energy. I like to order my Florida water directly from Murray and Landman, the company that manufactures it. And the reason I like to order it directly from them is because if you order it on Amazon or you find it in a store or something like that, you're likely going to get the Florida water that was created in the New York factory, but I prefer the Peruvian factory because I do happen to train in Karo shamanism, which is from Peru. Before we jump into the cards today, I did pull a card from my Light Seers Tarot deck. I don't usually use tarot on these videos, but I decided to do that for the month of February. And then once we go through that card, I'm going to pull some cards from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith, from The Unshakable Inner Peace by Shannon, what's Shannon's last name? Shannon Kaiser. I love this deck. And Raise Your Vibration by Kyle Gray. And we'll also look at an angel number today. So if you've been seeing repeating numbers showing up for you, or if you've been seeing the same number over and over again, this is going to help give you a message that's related to that using Mystic Michaela's angel number book. I will have all of these oracle decks and the book linked down below in the description. And then if you are staying for the extended reading at the very end, we'll also go through and receive a message from the romance angels. So if you're here for love or relationships, we'll get some guidance for you on that, as well as the animal spirit oracle. So we'll see what totem animal is showing up for you. So for starters, we did get the judgment card for the month of February. And I say we because I'm a Scorpio moon, so I definitely resonate with this. And the judgment card is really about radical self-acceptance. So how have you been misaligning with your true self, with your higher self, and where can you let go of judgment for self? We've all experienced judgment, whether we are the ones who are judging or whether we're receiving judgment towards us. And this card is really calling for you to release those judgments. When we're judging others, we are projecting our insecurity out onto others. And when others are judging us and we're taking it personally, we're really seeking that acceptance and that validation from outside of ourselves. The judgment card is really about connecting in with our true self, our higher self, and our authenticity. I can see how that would resonate with me even for the month of February. So let's just dive a little bit deeper and see what messages are coming from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle deck for the month of February to see where the rest of this message takes us today. And so far, I'm getting trust and forgiveness. Once again, we've got to forgive those who are projecting judgment towards us, because that judgment is just a projection of their insecurity. It's not for us to take personally when somebody is judging us. I think about myself. Now, I was a fat loss coach for 7 years. And before that, I went on my own personal fat loss transformation. I lost 35 pounds when I had my spiritual awakening 13 years ago. That led me into becoming a macro coach. Eventually, I left that industry. I became a spiritual alignment coach. I trained in shamanism. And now I'm blending those two worlds together with my new 16-week program, Nourish Your Temple, that really helps you to heal from the trauma that caused you not to love yourself and you love your body in the first place. And when I think back to the very beginning of my journey, when I was really struggling with dropping that extra weight, I can see that I was often judging women who were very fit. They had already reached their goals. We would go to a beach and I would see somebody who was super confident, wearing a bathing suit, looking fabulous. And I would just be like, well, must be nice to have all the time in the world to be able to go to the gym when you have kids. Like, this is real life, people. We don't have time for that here. And I would project my insecurity onto these women because at that point, I was not prioritizing my own health, my own body. I was not nourishing my temple. This is calling for you to trust and forgive. When we forgive, then we can let our guard down a little bit. So who might be judging you? And if you can see that they are in fact just projecting insecurity, it can make it a little bit easier so that we're not taking things so personally. And again, it allows us to really let our guard down. It's time for you to learn to trust again, is what this is saying. Who might you need to forgive? I do have a video on my TikTok about the 40-day forgiveness prayer that I was taught by one of my mentors. And that's a beautiful experience. If you are looking at really trying to forgive someone, forgiveness isn't necessarily about the other person. It's not like letting them off scot-free or anything like that. Forgiveness is more about finding inner peace. Finding inner peace so that we can get ourselves out of the energy of resentment. We can only get so far in our journey if we're hanging out in that energy of resentment. Isn't that right? You're also getting the boundaries card. So yeah, let your guard down, learn to trust again, but maybe create new boundaries so that you don't end up in this position again. The thing is, we will always attract the same situation, the same people, the same circumstances. And maybe these people have a different name, but they're the same type of person until we learn the lesson that we're meant to be learning from this. Okay. So if the lesson is to not be seeking external validation, and we're constantly attracting relationships where, you know, we're seeking that external validation, until we can learn to validate ourselves, we're going to continue to attract these types of relationships where, again, we're yearning for that validation. Codependent relationships, this comes up a lot. And again, I can see how even I resonate with this, being a Scorpio moon. Again, you might be reading for your sun, your moon, your rising, or anywhere else in your chart, and you're more than welcome to do that. But I do recommend, you know, looking at your rising sign. That's the most important one for these readings. Your sun sign, that one's a little more obvious, but you can certainly look at it there. And then your moon sign and anything else that you might want to watch for after that. Is there anything else that the Scorpio collective needs to know about the month of February and how to navigate this trust, this forgiveness, this judgment, these boundaries, so that the Scorpio collective can align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline, please? I'm getting metamorphosis. So you are going through a huge transformation right now, okay? Like the caterpillar that turns himself into soup. That's what happens when a caterpillar goes into their cocoon. They turn themselves into literal soup. You're about to get your wings here, okay? These boundaries are going to help you align more fully with your true path and your true purpose, okay? You're going to be showing up differently because you've now created these new boundaries that are really more in alignment with your true authentic self. Okay, that's what I'm really getting. These boundaries are helping you come into alignment with your true authentic self. And again, I can see this for myself. I've got the new program, Nourish Your Temple. And in the past, I've lacked boundaries with my clients. I want to help. I want to give. I'm a Virgo sun and Virgo rising. I'm a natural giver, right? You know, we are the intuitive. We're the healer. We want to give. But I've got to have boundaries with my clients. I can't have somebody messaging me every single day with a question when it's a group program. They should be asking those questions inside of the group. They shouldn't be asking me privately. I do have private clients who pay me for that. So it doesn't make sense for me to constantly be answering. So it's uncomfortable. But what I find myself doing is, after that type of experience, after, you know, one or two questions, that's no problem. But when it's every single day, eventually I have to say, this is a perfect call, or this is a perfect question to ask inside of our group. And then I just leave it there and I wait for them to put the question inside of the group. And let me tell you, usually they have no problem with it after I say that. It's just like, oh, okay, no problem, no problem. The thing with boundaries, Scorpio, is that when we create boundaries, yeah, it is going to ruffle a couple feathers sometimes. It's going to show us the people who are not in alignment with our truest path, with our highest purpose, our highest timeline. And those people may fall out of our lives, but that's a good thing. Thank you, universe, for highlighting that that person was not for me, that that person did not support my growth, that that person does not want me to align with my true authenticity. And then what that's going to do is that is actually going to create space for somebody who is in alignment to come into your life. It's also going to show you who in your life rises up to meet those boundaries. Those are your people. Those are your people. When you create new boundaries and somebody rises up to meet them, that is like them saying, yeah, I got you no matter what, good, bad, and ugly. You know, like the saying goes, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. So when we're creating these boundaries and somebody decides to leave, well, they don't deserve you at your best. They just don't. Let's see what else is coming up. What other guidance can we give the Scorpio collective for the month ahead, please? And I'm seeing 111 for you right now. So I don't know if you're seeing the number 111 Let me just get a little clarification on that first. So for those of you who are seeing 111, the message behind this is screenshot, pause, and reset your thinking. When you see 111, think of the universe as taking a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. Everything that is going on, all of your thoughts, feelings, goals, and dreams is going to be replicated. Get on a high vibration as quickly as you can so you can manifest your best life moving forward, and repeat the mantra, I am in alignment with my authentic self. Okay, authenticity is coming up again. So when you receive the same message over and over and over again in the same reading, that is like spirit giving you a great big exclamation mark, like pay extra attention. I just got big truth bumps all over my body as soon as I said that. And again, this is for me too, being a Scorpio rising. I'm also getting, for the Scorpio collective, past life connections. You're currently healing past life wounds. So some of the healing that you're doing right now, it's not your first time experiencing this, okay? And you might have these habits, these beliefs, these behaviors that show up for you in this lifetime, and you may not even realize that these are related to past lives that you've had. And I do a lot of past life work in my one-on-one session. So, if you're interested in getting a one-on-one session, check out the link for that down below in the comments. Past life work is really interesting. It's really interesting. It's not even the details in the information. Everybody's like, oh, I was a princess, I was a queen, I was a king, I was a knight, whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's exciting. We all were, apparently. I was a seer, I was a medicine woman, I was a shaman. Yeah, we've all had a lot of those lifetimes. The information isn't that important. What is important is that the karma is balanced and that we're learning the lessons. That's what's important about past life healing, past life connections, past life readings, things like that. This says you're currently healing past life wounds. So whatever wound energy is affecting you the most in this lifetime, this is not something that is new to your soul. But wouldn't it be nice to heal it for good, so you don't have to come back and do a whole nother lifetime where you have to heal it all over again? Right? So yeah, continue to work on this healing journey, Scorpio. This is a very healing year for you. I feel a lot of you might be doing a deep dive. Maybe you've already felt this. By the time this reading comes out, it's already going to be towards the end of the first week of February. So let me know in the comments how this energy is already resonating with you. And we'll pull one final card from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle before we move on to raising your vibration and experiencing unshakable inner peace, because isn't that what we're all after, that unshakable inner peace? All right, I'm getting time to lighten up, okay? Yeah, Scorpio, we can be a little serious, can't we? Yeah, we can definitely be a little serious, a little intense. How can you lighten up in the month of February? You might be taking things a little bit too seriously right now. And I get it. I get it. I get it. Again, I've got this in my chart. My mom's a Scorpio. I get it. You might be taking things a little too seriously. So when I pull this card for myself, you know what I like to do? I like to laugh. I like to put myself in positions where I am going to laugh. So I might do a cold plunge with a friend, because that's always hilarious. I might put like a comedy show on, or go to a comedy show. I don't like to really go to bars anymore, but those comedy shows can be a whole lot of fun. I might do something that's totally outside of my comfort zone that I know that I'm going to laugh at, because, when you try something new and you fumble a lot, how can you just not laugh at yourself? So how can you find ways to bring more laughter into your life in the month of February, Scorpio? Let's see also, how can the Scorpio collective embody unshakable inner peace in the month of February? Because again, this is the root of all of our manifestations, all of our desires. You want more money, it's so that you don't have to experience the worry, the stress, the fear, the lack, the scarcity, the peace. You want to experience peace, right? If you want more love, it's because you don't want to experience the yearning, the emptiness. Again, you want to experience more peace. So this will give us all a message for how we can experience more unshakable inner peace in the month of February. And what I'm getting is turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? We are co-creating our reality with the universe. So how can you release the worry, release and surrender? You got that already with time to lighten up, okay? You got that already with time to lighten up. How can you release the judgment? I'm getting, a reminder here of our judgment cards that we got from the tarot at the very beginning. Turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? So getting crystal clear about what it is that you are trying to manifest into your life. What are your desires? What are your dreams? What are your goals? Where do you want to be 1 year from now, Scorpio? And then we're going to look at how to raise your vibration in the month of February. Mr. Kyle Gray, please share with us, and spirit guides, allies, and angels, please share with us what is the most aligned way for the Scorpio collective to increase our vibration in the month of February. And I feel like we're going to get a couple messages, a few messages. Okay, there's a few here. Let me see. This guy wants to come out, and this guy wants to come out. Okay, so we've got a couple different ones here. You are a divine facet of the universe, okay? You're a divine facet of the universe. What I'm really getting about this, again, is that authenticity. You are perfect. We are both everything and nothing at the exact same time. We are so minuscule. We are so insignificant. But yet, if each and every one of us are a piece to the puzzle of the universe and we are missing, then the puzzle is not complete. We are perfect exactly as we are. You are a divine facet of the universe. We also get, I make way for miracles. That's the second time miracles came up for you. So turn your worry into wonder. Wonder, miracles, here we go. So there's some manifestation happening for you in the month of February. And finally, facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. Okay. So getting into that authenticity. So what part of you is not authentic to your true essence? When you can face your own shadow, when you can bring light to your own shadow, then you're removing some darkness from the world. And let's be real, there's a whole lot of darkness in the world right now. There's a whole lot in this collective energy of worry, fear, doubt, insecurity, scarcity, lack, a lot of fear, a lot of fear. So working on your own shadow, bringing light to your own shadow is removing darkness from the collective, and that's going to help all of us. So this is your reading. I really hope this is speaking to you, Sagittarius. You're Scorpio, you're not Sagittarius. If this is resonating, please let me know down below in the comments, okay? I want to hear all about it. And if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. And I do hope to also see you over in the extended reading that is available for Sacred Self-Empowered community members. Not only do you get access to the extended reading, but as a member, we also get together on Zoom 2 or 3 times a month, every single month. We've got a beautiful community in the school software, and there are also some courses that are available to the members, as well as an annual one-to-one session package, which is only available to members. So if you're looking for that type of support, check out the link down below in the comments, and I'll see you on